Good afternoon again. There we go. That's why she was wobbling. This thing was not tightened down. The selfie holder. I'm saying good afternoon because it is 12:10 and I'm just now getting out here. We've had a busy morning. We mowed the backyard, blew off the patio and driveway, cleaned and refilled Kaylee's pool, and then we went and ran errands. Had 3 places to stop, ended up being 4. We got done with the 3 errands and decided it was time for a French fry run. That's what we call going to McDonald's when we have Kaylee with us, because she gets a large fry pretty much all to herself, plus some of our hamburgers. So she's got a nice full belly and she's tired. She got to go shopping into every place we went. Getting out here on the hunt, I've got a laundry list of things we've got to do. Starting off with this here, our sign and our temporary mailbox, which go on the other side of that wall. I gotta get those installed first because I gotta have the mailbox into place before the mailman comes. He's not gonna be able to get in. The other thing we're going to be doing is the photo op. Once I get the hour sign and the mailbox in, I got to get out here. I got to trim this rose back and then get the fencing out here that we need. And then Sue Ann's going to come out and do the burlapping, hopefully, on that. And maybe some of the pumpkin pile. If she does some of the pumpkin pile, I'm going to have to help her. Now this here is the last thing I'm going to touch, and I need to get the skins out. We got to get this skinned for the exit hall. Then this part of the maze is totally done, and we got to work over here. Now what I mentioned about needing to do today, or planning on doing today, sorry, I'm trying to shut the gate. There we go. I should be able to get that stuff done today. No problem. And then after that, my next chore is the mausoleum. They'll be going in here and out over there. And like I said, the mausoleum will be going in the garden or the curb there all the way up to this wall. So gonna be interesting. I've been doing pretty good with the cell phone, getting it flipped. And I find too, if you're in the middle of flipping, if I'm still talking, it will cut words off. So I've been actually getting used to pausing what I'm saying while the phone's flipping, from the front camera to the back camera and what have you. I didn't dare, I messed up on that one. But if all else fails, depending on what time it is, when we get everything done, I might just drag out all the parts and pieces for the mausoleum, and then we could tackle it right off the bat in the morning. It just depends on how long it takes to do everything. So we'll have to wait and see. But for right now, I'm going to put the camera down and get going on this stuff, or nothing going to get done. Okay, it's going on 4:30, just a little after 4:30. I haven't made it as far as I wanted to. We had a small problem crop up. Let's see. Got the temporary mailbox in. Got our hours in. No power to it, so it won't light up yet. And we just got done with Tiny. Oh, and we got the fencing in too. I'd take a panel off so we could do Tiny. Problem we had with Tiny was his left shoulder up there. The arm slides over a nipple that sticks out, and the nipple broke off. It actually failed on me at Christmas last year, and I did a temporary fix, and it worked for Christmas. Had no problem with it. And we went to stand them up with the arms on, and it was too much and broke my temporary fix. So I had to run up to Ace, get some parts, and repair that shoulder. Now that shoulder is repaired, and I shouldn't have any more problems with it. But it ate up some time. But we do have Tiny up. Kaylee's out here inspecting things. But so Tiny's done. Now I gotta get the 10-foot tall witch in, and I need to get a couple of bricks out here to level her up so she's good to go. And then we'll go from there. I hope. We think. But we got the 10-foot witch to do, and then I can put the fence panel back up. And Sue Ann did make it out here. She helped me with Tiny, and she got the rose bush burlapped. But that was enough to knock her out. She's in the house, out like a light. She is out of it. But, oh, Morgan sighting, and she's doing partitions. She's bringing the last of my partitions out for me. You're on camera, kid. There you go. So there, you got a Morgan out. Let's see if we can get the witch done. Okay, we didn't make it too much further. Tiny's totally done. I got him wired up. He just needs to be plugged in. And I'm being followed. I got a Kaylee. Oh, hold it here. Did it? I got a Kaylee with me. He wants to come out with Papa. But we did get the witch done. So we'll get out here. Kaylee, hold. So we got Tiny and the witch. And there's enough room between them, it won't look like they're holding hands when she rocks back and forth. So, okay, that was a new one. Had someone come over from the smoke shop. I think it was a little high. But he wanted to know when we opened. And I told him, and he asked if we were to pay, and I said, no, we take donations, and part of it goes to charity. And he goes, well, here's charity. Gave me like 21 bucks. So we've gotten our first donation for the season. Nice donation. Hopefully the rest of the season's like that. But anyway, we got the witches all wired up and ready to go. Tiny's wired up and ready to go. They both just need their electricity or low voltage. And we got the fence up too. So they're all fenced off, and we've got burlap around the rosebud. But we got, like I was saying, we didn't get very far. We got that pretty much done, and then we got the sign and the mailbox in. That's all we've gotten done today. And see, this is why I don't like working out front at this time. People driving by asking questions. That was a older couple. They were in their 70s, and they want to come to the haunt. Good thing we keep things kids friendly the first couple hours. I gave them that warning. So we're doing that. It's about dinner time, and I got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff out here. The table and the ladder needs to get put away, and several other things. We're about ready to call for dinner. I think after dinner I'm going to get the skins out for the exit hallway. We can work on that. And I haven't gotten the mech and stuff out here for the Jack-in-the-Box yet, which is on the other side of this wall. I think we're going to work on that and get that done. And then I think that's pretty much going to be it. I don't know if I'll get to dragging out mausoleum pieces tonight or not. It depends about how soon I get the other stuff done, and how long it takes. But mausoleum is going to have, putting the mausoleum up, it's going to have to be tomorrow. And sorry, you got weird angles there. Got to get used to the camera and closing that gate one-handed. But anyway, I'm going to get things kind of cleaned up, and we are going to go from there. So see you after dinner, and let's see where we get to. Okay, it's going on about 8:15, almost 8:30. I figured I'd show you what we gotten done so far. And we got the exit hall done. It's all the way skinned. And I'm going to turn on the headlight here so we can see. We got the Jack-in-the-Box mech out here, as well as the box. and it's in pieces, and it's getting to be too late. I'm getting too tired to be messing with putting this together. So more than likely, unless I change my mind, putting this prop together and getting it in place with its fencing will be first thing tomorrow morning. And then we got the box clown there. Now I will say, this is the last year for this prop. It's been a good prop, but it doesn't get very many screams. People like watching it go off, but they aren't afraid of it. So we are going to change it. I'm going to keep the basic mech, but I'm thinking this part here where the head goes is on a pneumatic cylinder too, and it bobs in and out. What I'm thinking about doing is extending this another 3 or 4 feet up and then attaching the arms up top and having it lean out over the cage like it's going after people. It's something that's on my work list for this winter. Whether I get to it or not, I don't know. I got the fireplace, I've got this prop, and we've got a third project on the drawing boards too to work on over the winter. So we'll have to see how things go. But anyway, this is as far as we got tonight. I didn't get my whole bucket list done. My last thing on my bucket list really for today was doing the jack in the box. I'm blinding you again, sorry. And I really didn't, I was thinking if I got the jack in the box, I'd start dragging out the wall panels and stuff of the mausoleum, because that's supposed to go up tomorrow too. I didn't make it that far, so all that's just going to have to wait till tomorrow. But anyway, I need to get cleaned up. I've got a mess in the shop. I'm going to spend a little bit of time cleaning that up. And then we'll do the end of the day wrap up, or I'll do the wrap up before I do that. And we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Well, I was a little off on the time. It is just now hitting 8:34. We got everything cleaned up, got stuff put away where it belonged. My buckets are cleaned up now. And you're watching the wrap up. We are done. I got Kaylee's truck parked. She's been bugging me since after dinner to do the truck. And it's like, no, we aren't doing the truck until 8:30, 9 o'clock. We did it at 8:15. Thank God she can't tell time, and though sometimes I wish she could. Didn't do overly bad. It was a lot of little things. We got the hours sign hung. We've got the temporary mailbox in. Tiny and the witch and the fencing are in. Sue-Ann came out and got the rose bush burlapped. Tiny ended up being a big project. What was it, wintertime I think it was? Yeah, when we set Tiny up for the Christmas display. When we take him, when we get done with the Halloween display, I usually pop his arms off and we move him back by the garage, just leave them all together. Then we move him out where he's going to go in the Christmas display and put the arms back on. His left arm up on the shoulder, there's a bolt that holds the nipple on that the arm slides onto. Has a spring on it. Well, one of the washers failed and the spring went flying and the arm fell off. Went and tried to fix it and had a hell of a time. The bolt on it isn't very long, and in order to get the nut on it when you have the thing, when you're putting the part on, you have to compress the spring almost all the way just to get enough of the bolt, or the end of the bolt showing, so you can get the nut on it, and tighten it down. I'm not exactly sure how they do it in the factory. But there was no way in heck I could use a C-clamp or anything, to compress the bolt with a spring on it in far enough for me to get that bolt on there. So I did a jury rig, and it worked great for the Christmas display. Today, we went and put them together, and I knew that shoulder was weak, but we had him laying down. I didn't want to have to get the ladder out to put the arms on. So we put the arms on with him laying down, and in the process of standing him up, my jury rigging on that shoulder failed, and the arm fell off. So I figured, okay, what the hell? I had an idea running through my mind, and I went up to Ace, bought an 8-inch long carriage bolt, and and the bolt that comes with that thing that the spring was on was 6 inches. So this thing was two inches longer. Put the nipple back up, ran the bolt with the spring and a couple of washers on it, through it, put 3 or 4 washers on the back side, put the nut on, and I just tightened it down like it was supposed to be tightened down, and it worked. How long it's going to work, I don't know. It's a piece of plastic, the nipple and everything's all plastic, and they get brittle sitting outside, especially when you're using for Christmas. But we got done with the photo op, put the fence back on so it's all sealed up. Well, I should say we also got the 10-foot witch. I'm thinking of calling her Broomhilda. Someone mentioned calling her Witchy Poo. And I'm thinking, no, I've already got a Witchy Poo. I can't have two. And I was talking to Sue Ann about it, and Sue Ann said, name her Witchy Poo. And it's like, hon, I've already got a Witchy Poo. The Witchy Poo, that Witchy Poo, I think is done. The body finally gave out on it. So I'm thinking of naming the witch Broomhilda. But that's a mouthful. Witchy Poo comes off easy. Broomhilda is... I don't know. If you got name ideas, not Witchy Poo, for the 10-foot witch, let me know. But anyway, we got done with that. Morgan gave me a hand. We got the skins out for the exit hallway, and we got all the parts and pieces to the Jack in the Box clown out in its spot. And I'm probably going to be working on that first, depending if Sue Ann needs help, because she's going to try doing the pumpkin, one of the pumpkin piles at least tomorrow. Hopefully both. Depends on how she's feeling. She is doing better. She just doesn't have any energy. She gets up, gets into something for like a half hour, 45 minutes, sits down, and just crashes. She's out for a couple hours. Gets up, does something, sits down, crashes. And she's not doing it on purpose. As soon as she stops, she crashes. She has no stamina, no energy. And we're thinking it might be this new antibiotic they got her on. Is wreaking havoc with her system. Anyway, for tomorrow, we're like I said, we're going to try to get that Jack in the Box clown put together so it's done and out of the way, because it's clogging up the aisleway right there, and we need to have clear access, so I might as well get it put up. There's 2 fence panels over in that area that need to get put in too, so I don't have to carry them through the maze later. Sue Ann's got the pumpkin piles to do. And then I think we're going to tackle the mausoleum. I've got a wall that runs down the side of the driveway over there that starts with the mausoleum and then goes down toward the entrance. And I got a stub wall coming off of that to do the entrance hall and stuff. Can't do them unless the mausoleum's in. So the mausoleum's got to get in, put in. I don't know if I'll do the roofing tomorrow or hold off on that. But we'll at least get the mausoleum in, all the way in. you know, arches, everything. The little boxes can wait, the roofing will wait. The little boxes are part of doing props anyway. So, you know, we're going to be doing that. And then we'll be doing, if we can get the Jack in the Box clown done, get the mausoleum done, then we'll be working on partitioning and seeing if we can get the maze to grow a little bit, hopefully. You never know. But with that, I'm going to say stay spooky, stay toxic.